It's Kenny, your pool school guy, here in sunny and blisteringly hot Arizona. Yes, we have hit temperatures of 118 degrees. The other day I got into my car after having lunch, and even though it sat there and it was not a good reflection of the outside air temperature, my temperature gauge in my car, the little computer, said 132 degrees. So again, that wasn't the outside air temperature or the interior air temperature. Suffice it to say, it was stupid hot. Anyway, I've had a couple questions about this, so I wanted to let you know about it. People have asked me, what specific type of TriChlor shock do I use? I have two different kinds that I use. One I'm going to show you a picture of, and the other I'm going to show you another picture of. How's that? The only reason, so there's two, and I'll show them to you, but the only reason I use the second one is because the company that I purchase my supplies from, that's the only one that they carry in a 25-pound bucket. And so in doing pools as a pool service company, I need a little bit more on my truck than just 10 pounds. I have had great luck with both. The first one is the one I usually use most of the time. It's made by TriChlor. And I think it's called, well, you'll see the picture of it. And that's probably one of my favorites. That was my go-to for a long time, but they only come in like bags, or I think 5 or 10 pound buckets at the place I get my supplies from. And it's a pool service supply company, so I get cheaper prices. Anyway, but either one of those two will work. This is my favorite by far. It is TriChlor Granular Algae Out. This is a 10-pound bucket. You can find it online, and it is absolutely my fave. And this is what I'm currently using on my truck, again, because I need a 25-pound bucket. It is Pool Season's Super Algae Destroyer. So far, it's working plenty good. So now that you see the two different kinds of TriChlor that I would use, people ask me, well, how do I put it in? Should I run my equipment? Understand this. Anytime you add chemicals to your pool, you should have at least your filter pump motor running, because it circulates the water more and it helps the chemicals dissipate, or get distributed into your pool water better, so they're not just sitting there. So always run at least your pool filter pump whenever you add chemicals, and usually let it run for a couple hours, and that will really help. Also, general rule of thumb, depending on how much chemicals you add in, you might want to just wait a few hours. Unless you add a ton, then you might have to wait several days, but it's probably a good idea to wait a couple hours before you jump in the pool, just to avoid any undue irritation or eye irritation, skin or eye irritation, because sometimes kids or people have sensitive skin or eyes. So better safe than sorry, but do follow the manufacturer's recommendations on how long to wait before you swim. But again, run the equipment. Okay, last thing, people ask me, should I just pour it directly in the pool? Well, that depends. If you have a typical pool that has a plaster surface, like plaster bottom or Pebble Tech or something like that, absolutely you can kind of distribute it in. I wouldn't just pour the whole glob of it in like the TriChlor, just dump it in there. Unless you got algae on the bottom, then you want to let some of that settle on the algae, and then after a couple hours brush it off. You can see my video on algae and algicides and why you don't need them for more information on that. But I tend to tell people, just sprinkle it around the perimeter of your pool so it gets evenly distributed and you don't have a ton of it laying on the bottom. And again, running your filter while you're doing that for a few hours will help kind of distribute it. If, however, you have a pool that has a vinyl liner, such as an above ground pool, or there's some that they're made, there's one made by Optimum, and they're like a semi-in-ground pool. If your pool has a vinyl or plastic or fiberglass type of liner in it, right, or fiberglass bottom, there's some pools that are fiberglass pools, I would highly recommend, do not, hear me again, do not pour anything granular directly into the pool, because it'll sit on the bottom and it could cause damage to that particular type of material. So what do? Again, with your pool equipment running, your filter for sure, your filter equipment or your filter pump running, you want to take that granular TriChlor in this case, and you want to pour it directly into your skimmer basket. And what will happen is, because the water is being sucked through there, it will erode that product quicker and then distribute it, once it's in liquid form, out into your pool. I would also suggest doing that always, no matter what kind of pool you have, with conditioner, or another word for it is stabilizer, or what do they call it? Cyanuric acid, right? CYA. And I'm going to talk more about that in another episode about using conditioner in your pool, and that'll be in my one about startup. And I'll mention also, you tend to use conditioner. I usually out here maybe put a pound in all of my pools once a year at the beginning of the swim season, just to help. So there you go, folks. Hopefully that answers your questions regarding the TriChlor and what kind I use and ways of distributing it. Remember, you have a vinyl lined pool, do not distribute it directly into the pool, put it in the skimmer basket. Always run your filter pump motor while you're doing it, because it'll help distribute the chemicals better. And if you have any questions, remember, feel free to post them at the bottom of the comment section in this video, or you can put them right, you can send them to an email, which is going to come up right here, kennypoolschool@gmail.com. Again, kennypoolschool@gmail.com. That's it for today. Got more episodes coming up soon. Thanks a lot for helping me build my YouTube channel. Continue to like and share. And it is bloody hot out here, so people are swimming. So remember, be safe, have fun, and always, always, always designate someone to watch your children around water. We'll see you next time.